So we're going to talk about one of the hottest topics in mobile gaming, and that is 120 FPS. PUBG Mobile has truly broken boundaries with the new edition, or the up and coming edition of 120 FPS. What you guys are going to see down below is a link. I want you guys to check that link out, of course, after you watch the video till the very end. But it's going to have a list of all the devices that have 120 hertz. So just so you guys understand, a lot of phones, or a lot of device, even going back as far as 2017, there have been devices out there. And we're not just talking iOS here, okay? But we're talking Android as well. And again, that's where PUBG Mobile shines so bright, is their ability to be able to optimize PUBG Mobile so incredibly well on not only iOS but Android. What I hope is not only for PUBG Mobile, but other games will be able. I mean, they honestly, they need to copy Tencent's homework. That's what needs to happen. But when we're talking about like Activision, right? When we're talking about NetEase, you know, some of these other developers, they need to copy Tencent's homework, because Tencent is light years ahead when we're talking about overall optimization for mobile games being played actually on phones. So a lot of devices have always had the ability of 120 frames per second. Frames per second is just that. In the time 1 second passes, your device being able to project 120 images in 1 second. It is absolutely buttery smooth gameplay, okay? And PUBG Mobile is bringing that for the first time. I can't think, at least at the moment, well, I don't think that often, but thinking now, I don't believe there is another mobile game who, or at least in the battle royale genre, who has the ability to run at 120 hertz, okay? But anyway, the link down below will take you to a wiki page that shows all of the devices that have the ability to run 120 hertz. Just a quick disclaimer: when the 3.2 update launches, not every single device, even if your device has the option, the ability for 120 hertz, that doesn't necessarily mean it will be available to you at that very second. Okay, it's going to take time for this thing to roll out. They'll probably start with a few devices, see how it goes, and then they'll start unlocking other devices to access. And what they're calling it is Extreme Plus, which we've already seen get unlocked in beta. Now, for those of you guys that watch videos, right? Like you're watching this video right now, who watch live streams, who watch videos, you have to understand, you as a viewer will not be able to experience what 120 FPS looks like. I don't care how a video is titled, how a live stream is titled, you know, how a thumbnail is written. It doesn't matter. The only person who's able to actually experience the look and feel of 120 FPS is the actual user. And that has to do with YouTube itself, or even if you go over, if you're watching over on Twitch or any other streaming platform, you'll notice even on my videos, you will see, if you click on like the settings icon, like the max, I think it's like the highest one possible. It's the 2160, what is it? 2160 P60. Okay. And that's just because YouTube has not put out a way where you can actually view in anything over 60 FPS. So if you're a viewer and you're like, hey, the gameplay just kind of looks the same, not a whole lot has changed, that actually has to do with the software within YouTube not being able to capture anything over 60 FPS, just so you guys know. Now, this has been going absolutely viral over on TikTok, right? Where people are showcasing 120 FPS, and some people are saying how broken it is going to be, all the way to the point to where there's comments saying that people want separate lobbies because of if someone's playing the game at 120 FPS and they're playing, you know, on a Nokia, you know, from 1998, and, you know, they're running at 30 FPS or 20 FPS, people are talking about they want separate lobbies. Let me be the first one to tell you, obviously that's not going to happen. That's trash. It's a horrible take. Now, another thing that you guys have to be well aware of, okay, if you guys, I imagine the majority of you watching this are able to figure this out on your own, but it's definitely something I want to put out there, is one thing that you will notice, especially even going from 60 FPS to 90 FPS, when PUBG Mobile first unlocked 90 FPS, is this is going to heat up your device more. Okay, why? Because the GPU and the CPU running at a higher refresh rate. Just so you guys understand. So mobile gaming is obviously not what it was in 2018 versus 2024, right? You know, we've seen that where people are, you know, strapping, you know, they're gluing coolers to the back of their phones. They got fans blowing all over the place. And it really comes down to, it's going to come down to the user, right? And also how new your phone is. Like I said, some devices have 120 hertz all the way dating back to 2017. That was pre-PUBG Mobile days, 2017, believe it or not. So it's truly gonna be up to the user themselves of how much stress they want to put their device under. I mean, my monitor, when I play PC games, my monitor runs at 165 hertz. Truly, I mean, your eyes can only capture so much regardless. I mean, truly, you know, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, the difference between 90 FPS and 120, we're not talking, you know, apples and oranges as far as a difference. It's still going to be, I mean, even if it's the smallest bit of difference, but the stress, the difference of stress your device will be under from 90 FPS to 120, you'll definitely notice and you will feel, because it's going to get so freaking hot. But as far as what even like, I mean, we don't want to get all like scientific here, but as far as what your like eyeballs can actually, how much your eyes can actually process, you're truly not going to see, it's not going to be groundbreaking as far as what you will actually be able to feel and notice. 30 to 60, yes. 60 to 90, yes. Anything past 90, I mean, from 90 FPS, which is what I'm playing PUBG Mobile on right now on my iPhone 14 Pro Max. We have to get into all the details. It's actually not even 90. It's actually 80 FPS, but that's an iOS issue. So I have 90 FPS selected. I run at 80, and I'm telling you guys, playing PUBG Mobile on 80 FPS versus playing like PUBG PC, you know, on my computer, where I'm averaging like 150 to 160 frames per second, I truly do not notice a huge difference. Maybe slightly, but as far as the actual frames themselves, no, you just can't process the information fast enough. But notice I haven't mentioned tablets or iPads once in this video, but again, make sure you guys check the link and you can verify, as it literally has every single device that has 120 hertz capability. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of PUBG Mobile unlocking 120 FPS here in the 3.2 update. Can't wait to read all your guys' comments. I'll see you in the next one.